What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind. This is where we go back a week and give you all of your tech news in one single video. It's being released a little bit later, a day later, just because I had to put out, I didn't have to, but I wanted to put out a different video on Monday because I was under NDA and non-disclosure agreement. I could talk about a new phone that was coming out, and that was the TCL phones that I put out video yesterday. But anyways, guys, this week's tech news was pretty cool, especially if you are into Galaxy phones, and because there's information on new updates for the S20. There's information about their new Galaxy Bud next generation Bean ones. We have information on the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro, and so much more, guys. Check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. Now remember, this is their budget-friendly tablet. We've got some more information because Amazon in Germany leaked out this information. Now we've already talked about the specs and all that stuff, but this looks like official information. It looks like it's going to be released on April 2nd, 2020, which is going to be next week, and it looks like it's going to retail for about 400 bucks. We'll probably just say about 400 bucks US if you're in America. Other than that, though, you also see they show some of the specs. It says it has LTE, which kind of surprises me, especially at 400 bucks. It's 798 grams, 10.4 inch screen, 4 gigs of RAM, has Wi-Fi, Android 10, and battery capacity is 26.34 watt hours. Next up are a new pair of earphones that are officially on sale only in Korea, it seems. Hopefully these come to America as well, but these are AKG headphones, and AKG is owned by Samsung, and AKG powers your Galaxy Buds, so this is probably a prelude to what's going to be in the new Galaxy Buds when those are released next year, I guess that would be. And these have active noise cancellation, and the price doesn't seem to be that bad. 100,000 won equals out to about 180 American dollars. For possibly a little bit more money, you could get active noise cancellation in your next pair of Galaxy Buds. You get 5 hours of active noise canceling listening time, which equals, I believe that's the same as Apple's AirPods, AirPod Pros that also have active noise cancellation. And last story of the day, the dream phone, as I call it, the phone with basically every spec that you could possibly want in a phone, the OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro has an official launch date, and this comes directly from OnePlus. It's on their website, and it looks like it's April 14th, 11 a.m. Eastern. Now, April 14th, if you're curious what exact day that is, April 14th is going to be on a Tuesday, and 11 a.m. in the morning. It's not too bad. If you're on the East Coast, West Coast, it'll be 8 a.m. Pacific. Only question remains with it so far that I would want to know is the price. I would think that with all the specs the OnePlus 8 Pro has, I would think it's going to launch at $999, which is, for OnePlus, is very expensive. They're usually in that under $800 range usually. So we'll see what happens with the price of this one. We'll probably get prices even before the launch date, and if we do, I will definitely let you guys know, so make sure you subscribe. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day, that's right, about the Galaxy S20 phones. As you know, you've probably gotten the update that's out right now. It's the ATCH update. If you go into your software updates and look at the number of the update, it says ATCH at the end. Well, there's a new update rolling out right now, and this tweet, first of all, comes from Ice Universe. His tweet says that Samsung is going to require that software and testing departments are going to focus on optimizing the camera, and subsequent updates to the Galaxy S20 series will continue to improve the camera performance and fix problems for the camera. So that's great news to say, and to say actually as well. But like I said, there is an update, and it's rolling out right now. This is what he put out. He said, I found a new firmware version of the S20 series. It's ATCT. Remember, where most people are on ATCH. And it focuses on optimizing the camera. Now, I can't read Chinese, but the cool thing is there's actually an English version of this update rolling out as well. And this right here, as you can see, says the following. It says it's added a new feature that 5G has been enabled, which 5G is already enabled. Maybe it's just an on-off switch for 5G, I would assume. Requires optimal 5G connection. 5G services are only supported in 5G network-enabled locations. 5G-ready country, actual 5G network. Coverage and speed may vary in country, region, network, service provider. Please contact your network provider. That's a lot of 5G in like a couple sentences. Improved performance camera. That's what we wanted to see. The new update that's rolling out right now, it's not out in America just yet, at least that I've seen, has improved camera. So they're improving the camera even more so than they did a week or two ago when they pushed that update out. It also gives you the latest Android security patch. And if you look at the bottom, the update ends in ATCT and it's 435 megs. And then just to go back to another Ice Universe tweet, he also says it can be determined that the focus speed and the accuracy have significantly improved with this update. So again, that's awesome. I would assume since this update is rolling out in China and other parts of the world right now, that you personally should see this update in the next week, 2-3 weeks before it hits your phone. And the last story of the day, not about the Galaxy S20, but about the Note 20 phone. Now the Note 20 is going to have something very similar to what the Galaxy S20 has, but it's different than the Note 10 series. And as you look at this tweet from Roland Quan, who goes on to say that this is a mold for an inlay for the official Samsung Galaxy Note 11, or it's going to be called Note 20, plus LED view cover case. Ignore the markings and the aspect ratio could be a little off, but when you take a closer look at these, especially the one in the top left where you see the camera on the left-hand side, you can see the buttons are on the left-hand side, but remember this is like a mirror image, so when you flip this phone over to face you, if you're looking at the screen, the buttons will be on the right-hand side, back to where they should be, not on the left-hand side. So buttons on the Note 20 series of phone, at least on the Note 20 Plus anyway, are going to be on the right-hand side of the phone again. I actually got used to it on the left-hand side, but I'm so glad they're back on the right. More comfortable, it's where they should be. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about OnePlus. It looks like during the launch of their new OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro, they're probably also going to be launching new wireless headphones. I say wireless because there is a wire, but it's Bluetooth headphones, and they're going to be called the OnePlus Bullets Wireless Z, and they're going to be budget-friendly wireless Bluetooth headphones. Not completely wireless, but Bluetooth headphones. Next up, we have official renders of what the OnePlus 8 Pro is going to look like, and in the different colors as well. First up, we got the ultramarine blue. Gorgeous looking color. That might be the color I choose if I end up getting the OnePlus 8 Pro. Then we have the glacial green, another great color as well, and then the classic onyx black. All these colors look fantastic. You can also see the front of this device with the punch hole in the top left. I don't know how I feel about in the top left. I obviously haven't had a phone that had it in the top left, but I guess I'll have to see if I love that or if I like it in the middle better. Also, speaking on the OnePlus 8 series of phones, and this includes obviously the OnePlus 8 Pro, is that they're saying that it officially will not exceed $1,000 in price and will pack the Snapdragon 865, have LPDDR5 RAM, and UFS 3.0 storage. Now, them saying it's not going to exceed $1,000 could mean it could be $999, it could be $949, it could be $979, it could be something like that, which is very, very close to $1,000, and then with tax definitely pushes it over $1,000. But still, the specs that this phone has is ridiculous, especially if it's going to be under $1,000. And the last story of the day is about Samsung. They have a brand new buyback program for their phones. This is actually a fantastic deal. Fantastic. And this is the way it works. So when you now buy a Galaxy, S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, for instance, and say within 24 months you want to trade this back, and you're going to get the same price if you trade it back within 1 month or 24 months. You're going to get either $500 for the S20, $600 for the S20 Plus, or $700 for the S20 Ultra. So say in 15 months you want to return this phone back to Samsung. It has to be in perfect condition, it has to be reset and all of that. But regardless, send it back, you're getting your money back. So that's an awesome deal, because a lot of the time, like, you'll get trade-in offers, you know, a year later, you can still get maybe up to $700 for an Ultra phone, but maybe you wouldn't get that in 18 months or 24 months. And again, you don't even have to trade this back for a phone. You can just give it back to them and they'll give you money back, and it's not credit. They're giving you cash back for the phone. So it's a very, I think it's a great deal. It's a really good deal. So if you want to take advantage of it, you have to buy it through Samsung directly. It's not through the carrier or, you know, through Best Buy. You have to buy the phone through Samsung. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day, T-Mobile and Sprint are now merged officially. It's completely done at this point. T-Mobile and Sprint have merged, meaning there's only 3 cell phone companies currently: Verizon, AT&T, and now the new T-Mobile. Now your T-Mobile phone will still work on T-Mobile and your Sprint phone will still work on Sprint. But what's happening is and they've been doing this already, is adding more coverage for both of those people. If you're on Sprint or T-Mobile, now T-Mobile people can use Sprint. Servers are a little bit more, and eventually there'll be a full rollout and vice versa. So it's good for the customer, at least if you're on those two sides. New plans and all that stuff should be rolling out soon, if it hasn't already, in terms of them giving you possibly better prices and things like that, because they said they wouldn't raise their prices for the next 3 years. But anyways, this merger is officially done. We've been talking about Samsung's newest budget-friendly tablet, the Galaxy Tab S6 Lite, and it looks like you can actually order it right now through B&H, and the price is much cheaper than originally thought. As you can see right here, it's gonna be $349.99. This is the rose-colored edition of it. It'll come with the Samsung Exynos 9610 8-core processor, 10.4-inch display with a resolution of 2000 by 1200, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, and an integrated Mali G72 MP3 graphics inside. You'll also get a S Pen so that you can write on the surface of the display and control the display as well. And the last story of the day is about the Galaxy Note 20 Plus. Is the S20, but Note 20 Plus is going to have a faster processor than what we get with the S20 phones, at least here in America anyway. And as you can see from this tweet from Ice Universe, the Galaxy Note 20 Plus will use the Snapdragon 865 Plus processor. Remember, they had the 855 Plus processor that was slightly faster than the 855. Same thing's gonna hold true for the 865 Plus. And he says, why do you say this? Because from the Geekbench results we found, the processor's large core frequency is as high, 3.09 gigahertz, and the 865 frequency is 2.84 gigahertz. So we have reasons to think that this is the 865 Plus. You can see the score of 985 for the single core, 3220 for the multi-score. Don't buy too much into benchmarks. All the phones are generally really fast, especially the 855, 865, 845 processors. They're all super fast on day-to-day operations or playing games or just using the phone to do stupid stuff like social media and things like that. So there we go with some more Note 20 Plus news for you guys. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the OnePlus 8 Pro display. It has been rated as one of the best displays to be coming out and versus other phones that are already out as well. As you can see right here, OnePlus 8 Pro phones get A+ score from DisplayMate, and the 8 Pro itself has broke 13 records. Now, they haven't gone into full detail all the records that it broke, but you have to imagine that it being one of the best or possibly the best display on the market is a big coup for it, especially when it's going against Apple, it's going against Samsung, it's going against LG. So this is a big time mark for them. I think last year they had a really good display record as well, and this one obviously just improves upon that, and it just makes the phone even another thing to be excited about. April 14th, remember, will be the launch date. If you're looking to get a really inexpensive pair of Galaxy Bud Pluses, because remember, if you're buying Galaxy Bud Pluses, they're generally $150. You can get them for as little as $120 on AT&T's website with no strings attached, meaning that you don't have to be an AT&T customer. You can just buy these black pair of Galaxy Bud Plus earphones for $120, ship it out to you in less than 3 to 5 days. If you end up buying a Galaxy device, you can see you get an additional $50 off these buds. So if you did that, that would end up being what, about $60. But regardless, you can still get these for $120 without buying a phone and without being an AT&T customer. And then lastly, the camera improving update that's rolling out currently for the Samsung Galaxy S20 all around the world, which is the ATCT update, is again, like I said, rolling out around the world. And some of the countries that it's hit are UAE, Russia, South Africa, Israel, Nepal. I know it's hit Switzerland, so it seems like it's hitting other parts of Europe as well. So if you have this update, or you don't know if you have this update, go into your software updates on your phone, check for updates, and see if you have it, because it's supposed to improve the camera in an overall sense. And that's one of the things that's still annoying me about the Galaxy S20 is the damn autofocus. It's freaking annoying, especially when I'm trying to take a photo of something small, like say a watch or something, or like a case or something, whatever. It takes a while to focus sometimes. So hopefully this update has hit you guys yet. America, it doesn't seem like anybody in America has this update just yet. You can still check. I checked this morning. I still don't have it, and I haven't heard anyone in America has it. So there you guys go. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is if you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or Note 10 Plus and you're here in America, it looks like you can get the huge big new update that brings you up to Samsung One UI 2.1. And I know it's out for unlocked phones. I know it's out for Verizon. It's probably out for everyone else as well. So check the update if you don't haven't received it just yet. And you can see it's a big update. 1.8 gigabytes of data is going to need to be downloaded and installed for this update. It brings you up to the security patch at April 1st. But this is the big update that gives you basically all the new camera features that's on the Galaxy S20 over to your Note 10, S10 phones as well. You get new AR emojis, you get the new camera features with various menus, modes, and filters, such as AR Zone Single Take, which I really like, Pro Video, My Filters, Selfie Tone. You also get 4K 60 video on the front, which was previously only up to do 4K 30. You can now do 4K 60 on the front as well. The gallery has been updated and all other things as well. So very, very nice update pushed out to Galaxy S10 and Note 10 users. And the last story of the day about the Galaxy S20, that big update that's coming out to fix the cameras, the one that ends in ATCT. Well, in America, at least for Sprint users, they're already getting this update. Theirs is the ATCU, but it looks to be the same exact update. And I have good news and bad news in terms of the update for your phone. The good news is obviously the update is starting to roll out here in America for Sprint users so far. And when you get the update and you see it, it is a big update for the most part. You know, it's 500 megs, which is a fairly sizable update for your phone. But one of the things that you might just be disappointed about is that it does update the camera, and it gives you the camera update of 10.0.02.7, which is supposed to fix the autofocusing issues. But one of the people that has already gotten this update says normal photo mode still has the annoying autofocus issue on close-up objects. Pro mode has no autofocus issues on close-ups. So it looks like even though they're pushing out camera updates, autofocusing issues still seem to be a problem, even with the newest camera update on the Galaxy S20 phones. It's getting super annoying because it's an issue and a thing that needs to be fixed. Let's get into the tech news. First story, and all the stories of the day are about wireless earbuds. The first one's Google Pixel Buds. These are going to be their true wireless earbud competitors. And again, they were listed on another website, this time ABT, which they will go for $179 on here. The one thing they're not really showing is the release date. Like, it says pre-order, but it doesn't show anything about a release date or anything on here. But it's still very telling to see that they have photos of this and it's showing up on websites. It's since been taken down, but still, it's very telling that these earbuds are on there. And I would assume weeks, months, days away from these officially being released to the public. Are you gonna pick these ones up? Let me know in the comments down below. I don't think they have, if I remember correctly, they don't have noise cancellation, but I don't know. You guys gonna pick them up? Let me know. And the last story of the day is next generation Galaxy Buds. These are gonna be beans, or they're gonna look like beans, and Roland Quan, who is a big leaker in the tech community, has come out and shown what these are going to look like. And they're gonna, looks like, I don't know if they're gonna officially come in these three colors, black, blue, and white, but these are potentially what they're going to be looking like. And they look very futuristic. They look like a bean. They look completely different than any other earbud on the market today. Obviously, they're true wireless earbuds. It looks like the way it's gonna work is that when it's in your ear, the speaker parts, which are the two black parts on the inside of the earbud, will sit in your ear canal. And then I guess the metal pins at the top will sit towards the top of your ear. And I don't know if people are gonna love the design of this. It does look completely different. When it's in your ear, it looks, I think it looks exactly like a hearing aid at that point. But it's a very interesting and daring design, and I'm glad Samsung's doing it. They did it with phones, and now they're doing it with their next generation Galaxy Buds. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every single day. My question out to you guys is, do you like the new design of the Galaxy Buds, the next generation ones? Is it something you would not buy because you don't like the way it looks, or are you gonna buy them regardless? If you love the way they look or you don't love the way they look, let me know in the comments down below. I'll definitely probably pick them up. I like the Galaxy Bud Pluses, and I can only imagine these are gonna be even better than that. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.